And unfortunately for the Broncos, they still have not clinched a playoff spot. The good news is that the Chiefs, they're the number 1 seed. We'll see if they're going to play any starters. The Broncos win and they're in. They still got that in front of them. Yeah. But the Dolphins and the Bengals are waiting in the wings here.
There's so many things to digest in terms of like where the Broncos are at with this. We're ahead of schedule in terms of where we thought we'd be with a rookie quarterback. So you keep that in perspective, right? The Denver, in my opinion, to be taken seriously heading into the playoffs, they had to beat either the Chargers or the Bengals. The Chargers are a playoff team. The Bengals currently are not, but they've been playing like one. They've been playing like one all season, except for their defense and some of the weird shit in ways they've lost games. And like the first half, holding Cincinnati to just 7 points, it wasn't really entertaining, but I was like, okay, defense is playing pretty good again. Yep. Even though, you know, Riley Moss didn't look like himself. That obviously turned into a thing with T. Higgins. And then the second half of the game just got crazy. What's so conflicting if you're watching the Broncos as a Broncos fan, Bo Nix he does so many things well. And then there's like 2 things that as soon as he actually figures them out, I think he will be a very good quarterback. And one is trusting his pocket. He has a tendency to bail and roll to his right way too much. I think like that's his safety zone, feels a little pressure, rolls out to the right. And this is with clean pockets. And it's easy to identify because we saw fucking Russell Wilson do it so many times.
Sure.
And then it's just being more consistent on his downfield throws, because you mentioned the Broncos defense did get a stop in overtime. Clutch, huge, money, whatever. And we had Troy Franklin open. And Bo just overthrew him.
Yep.
I don't know why we're dialing up Troy Franklin there, Tom, because that play this season he's
not the guy for that.
Every time Troy Franklin is open deep, something bad happens. Something bad happens. And it happened again. Yeah. So credit the defense for getting a stop in overtime. I don't know why the fuck Sean Payton thought, oh yeah, let's take Joe Burrow and T. Higgins into OT. A tie benefits you. You're going to go 10 fucking minutes against this team and expect to tie them? Now, to his credit, they almost did.
They almost did it.
But you're banking on a doinked field goal at that point.
Yeah.
So we like the fact that they couldn't capitalize, not just after the stop, but after the Bengals doinked it and they dial up 6 yards of offense in overtime to Cincinnati's 119 or whatever. Like that's tough. And I think a lot of it's just about consistency on offense.
Sure.
Like you see it flash. We've seen it flash a lot of times this season, but this game's a good example. Denver scored 3 points in the first half.
Same.
So like that's tough. That's got to get better. But like, you know, Bo has leeway because he's a rookie.
Yep.
I think the inaccuracy downfield thing can be fixed because we've seen like the dimes, like the 50-yard touchdown to Mims in this game alone.
Too,
Marvin Mims is a dude, though. He's emerging as a dude, and he's made some big plays for us. So that's nice. We got Sutton, we got Mims. Feel like the Broncos need that third piece at receiver. Maybe Troy Franklin can develop into that guy, but they should be there now.
Even
what would you take from the Broncos-Bengals game, like looking at it objectively as an outside observer?
It's a great question because I feel like the Broncos, I have a lot.
Hey, Scooter, did everybody tell you I said I would marry you if I had to marry one of the Clickbait crew? Scooter?
Yeah, what the hell, man? What the... I tuned into your stream. I was like, oh yeah, Perna's streaming. Like, let me just check out and see how the stream is going. And the question was asked of like, which Clickbait member would you marry if Jess wasn't in the picture? And you're like, probably Scooter. I was like, you...
Did you hear my explanation as to why, though?
Because you said you knew that Scooter would be saving himself for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes it better.
First, Scooter saves himself for me. That's very nice. But here's the real reason, and I thought about this on a very technical level, Tom. I said, Tom and I work together too much. If we're married and something goes wrong in our relationship, that's going to affect We do GPS 3 days a week. We stream games together.
It's true.
Like, if things go bad, that affects my whole world.
Maybe you need to invest some of the time in our relationship. Okay. You're going out late at night. I don't see you anymore. You're not home on time. I'm at home taking care of everything, and I work. But it's fine. It's fine.
I knew for certain it wasn't Adam. So really, it was like, do I choose Tree, Tom, or Scooter? I can hang out with Adam, but no way could I marry that man.
But yes, objectively, looking at the Broncos, I have not forgotten. They just look like a team that has a rookie quarterback and doesn't have a ton of weapons on offense. And what I mean by that is the run game can be good, right? But you don't have like the guy there. On top of there, like you talked about a wide receiver 3. I would love for you to get, like, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I would love for you to get a T. Higgins who was a monster on Saturday. I know you wish you had T. Higgins then, but to have more of a balanced attack and more options for Bo, because I feel like that, and you see this throughout the NFL, especially with young QBs. You saw it with Penix a few times, even though Penix did have a couple of good throws. He had some overthrows. I feel like there a lot of these like short passes, these short intermediate routes, like they're fine, but when you need the big chunk plays, and we know Bo could do it, especially in that Browns game, and of course the last throw there in regulation, but they just seem like a team whose defense is damn good. I know they're picking on Riley Moss a ton on Saturday.
Yeah.
So Bengals still got a chance. But I think that defense is going to keep you in a lot of games, and having an offense that could put you over the top with some more weapons, getting another receiver or like a sturdy number 1, number 2. Yeah. Sutton's still really good. I just want to be very clear. Sutton's still good. But yeah, having a run game, having another weapon, I think is just going to put you guys over the top and take you from a team that, you know, is a little inconsistent to being more consistent. Because if you can put up, 30 points a game, something like that, or like dance around there, you're going to be able to beat enough teams if your defense is able to hold teams.
And it's Sean Payton deserves a lot of blame for, I think, some of the play calling. And it's fine. Like, you can live with, like, every play call is not going to be perfect on offense. I'm not like trying to just put it all on him. But he refuses to kind of go with the running back in a game that's doing the best.
The hot hand
don't mean shit to Sean Payton. And maybe you're swapping personnel here between Estime and Jaleel because you think maybe Estime better in pass protection or some shit that I'm not seeing, right? But like, Jaleel was the most effective running back in just 10 carries. Mm-hmm. I like Audric. Estime's had some nice games. I feel like Sean Payton does this thing where if the first run play on a drive doesn't work, he's not going to fucking run it again for the rest of the drive.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, one bad run, nope. First run does well, then he's going to keep mixing it in. And I feel like all of the successful drives, the Broncos picked up a first down, with their running back. And I think what Sean Payton needs is his Alvin Kamara back, where he is a pure running back and he is a insane threat catching passes, because all of those, Bo Nix's passing chart is like, it's not 20, but it's like 20 passes at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
A 50-yard touchdown, another deep shot, and then just a lot to be desired kind of in the middle of the field.
And that's like the Russell Wilson offense that you were seeing of like, it is a lot of like behind the line of scrimmage or short passes. Yeah. And to be fair, like the Packers, I wish they were doing that yesterday, because there was no rhythm that was being established. And for a young quarterback, it makes a lot of sense that you're going to have like, all right, we're dump it off, wide receiver screen, something like that, just short intermediate passes. But when you need to like move down the field, that's when that becomes a bit of a problem. Like, where are you going into week 18? Like, because again, you still have it all in your hands. Like,
I'm going to church this week, Tom. I am going to church and trying to figure out something. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
find religion again.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is. We've seen him play great football, but he's not good. If we lose,
buddy,
the red bazooka. Oh boy.
Oh, that if that might be one of the worst clippable moments that might come back. Like, he's not
good. I gotta believe in the defense, dude. Zach Allen was a monster in that game.
Yeah,
Pat Surtain was so good too. That's what sucks is like T. Higgins went off. Jamar Chase finished with a lot of yards, but when Surtain was on Chase, I think it was just 27 receiving yards. Just 6 passes thrown his way when Surtain was covering him. He caught 3 of them for 26, 27 yards, and he was on Chase for a lot of that game. Riley Moss, I think, probably truly needed another week. Or T. Higgins is just that good. So